I'm happy to be here.
And you just got back from Hawaii?
I did. I just got back from
gosh.
Kauai. I was there for 3 weeks. It's kind of our home away from home, our second home, and we try to go every year. It's probably our 12th, 13th to Hawaii.
Oh my gosh! So
And
you're almost
Kauai,
a native.
Yes.
Yeah.
almost a resident.
Do you surf?
A little bit. I body surf a lot, and
Cool.
I like to just play in the waves. That's
Cool.
one of my favorite things. Yeah.
Cool.
And I have a thing about being warm. I like to be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a little
Beautiful.
difficult, but
If you're ever freezing in December, go to Hawaii.
Yes.
Okay. It's
and see
amazing.
the whales. Yeah.
Oh,
The whales are there
wow.
in December. They're
Oh,
calving.
I didn't know that.
They
Oh.
all go there, the humpback whales, and you can sit on the beach and just watch the big fluke tails come up and
Oh
wave
my
around, and they
gosh.
jump and breach, and
I
it's a
totally
beautiful
missed
thing.
that when I was there. I was so into just sitting for hours waiting for a bird to land in my hand. And every time one of them was getting ready to, a dumb friend would come along and say, "Hey, how's it going?" And the bird would fly. Ah. But I did get to feed the fish with the bread, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Do they offer like catamarans or boats to go out close
Yes.
to the
Yeah,
whales?
you can do a variety of things. You can go out in something as small as a little Zodiac,
Oh.
4-person
Right.
thing, or you can go out on a big catamaran, which we did, or you could, like I said, you can just sit on the beach and
Wow.
watch them
It's
because they're
incredible.
out there. Yeah.
Now, Reverend Lily, I have to ask you this because I know you have a past and you've been through a lot in your life. And I was wondering, whatever provoked you to become a minister after all that, you know?
I tell you, it was a heck of a journey. I was raised in the Disciples of Christ
Mhm,
church. That was the church that my family attended through my childhood, which was really chaotic and crazy. And we attended that church, and then the day after I graduated from high school, I left Fresno, and I was gone for about 12 years. Went through a long history of a lot of different jobs and a lot of different things, and about 22 years of pretty heavy addiction. And came back to Fresno, got married, a year later got clean and sober. Had gone back to the Disciples of Christ church because that's what I knew.
Right.
And every time I walked in there, I couldn't understand what the problem was. I had issue. I had issue with dogma. I have always had issue with rules. Kind of
No.
rebellious.
You're a free spirit,
Just
girl.
a little. And particularly had issue with homophobic attitudes at the time within the church. And that was around the time before Prop 8, when the first petitions were going around against same-sex marriage. And I just couldn't hang with that. I couldn't do it. So I left that church and just kind of started seeking. I was in 12-step program. I was struggling to just have some kind of a spiritual something. I needed something. And so one day I walked into the Church for Today with Reverend Jeanette Freeman. And that was a religious science church. And I went, oh, okay, this is good. And so, of course, it didn't take me long before I was performing there, singing there, and then I had a choir there, and I started taking classes immediately because I wanted to know more about the science of mind and what does that mean and how do you do that, and so.
What do you mean by that? I mean, when you say science of mind, are you like a brain surgeon or?
Right.
I mean,
I wish. Science of mind. Woo, let's just scratch that part. I always have that vision of flipping over in the top
just
and just,
open it
can we
like a
just
lid?
scramble that right there? Science of mind is a philosophy.
Okay.
It is a basis of faith. The Science of Mind textbook was written by Ernest Holmes. And the basic format of it is that we are in control of our destiny. We are in control of our thoughts. That everyone is made of the same stuff. Everything is energy. And so if that's true, then we are that which we seek. We are God stuff. And so if we are indeed made in the image and the likeness of the one,
Mm-hmm.
then we have the same qualities and miracles as the one. I always like to say the only thing that separates my life from the life of Jesus is one, he was a man,
Yeah.
and two, he was fully actualized. He actually knew exactly who he was and what he was. So Science of Mind really appealed to me because it, first of all, got rid of all the dogma.
Right. No
And
limitations.
There's no limitations. And there is, there's just an incredible freedom and an incredible joy to be able to actually make your life the way you want it.
And is that how your life is now? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that, not to say that there aren't challenges and changes and all kinds of things we go through in our lives, and not to say that there aren't challenges and changes in the things that we go through with our friends. I mean, I founded a church, resigned from that church.
oh my gosh.
Just about a year ago, exactly a
Wow.
year ago, and there was pain and all kinds of trial and tribulation around that, and it did not define who I am. I refuse to take on the identity of victim in any
Wow.
circumstance. I just won't do it. I can't. I'm too powerful. I am made of the same stuff as God, and it's not like God was ever a victim.
Wow. So,
So if
it
God was never a
sounds-
victim, why would I be?
Go ahead.
Okay, my first introduction to you was seeing you sing.
Yes.
And I would like to hear more about that. And also, I see that that song is a way of communicating for you also in the same way
Absolutely.
that speaking is.
Yes.
And that's how I first heard you.
Yes.
So would you like to say something about that? Because that's a
Sure.
big, maybe it's presumptuous, but it appears to be a very large part of your life.
It is, everyone has their way of expressing, right? Their way of expressing their power, their joy, their beauty, their abundance, their life. Mine has always been the miracle that in this life, I was given the gift of music. I was given the gift of a voice. I have known it since I was in the 3rd grade
Wow.
when I started performing. And it has been what has gotten me through some really tough challenges. I think one of the hardest parts in my life was when I taught high impact aerobics, 12 classes a week for 3 years with no microphone, and I blew out my vocal cords.
Whoa.
ouch.
And I was hoarse
Ouch.
for a long time.
Yeah.
I couldn't sing.
Oh my gosh.
And so a big part of the ministry that I'm doing now, which is a Church Without Walls, it's a traveling group. It's
Oh my
all
gosh.
about the music. And so for me, that is my connection. And you know, Matt's coming on in a little while too.
Yes.
Matt's the same way. Debby Martsolf is the same way.
Right.
There are the people that have the knowing that what that music is a direct plug-in to divine power. Live that.
Oh, I love that idea. A direct plug-in.
A direct plug-in.
I am particularly ingratiated to music and people like you because I have a grown son who I do not believe he would have made it through school had he not fallen in love with music, performance, playing.
Absolutely.
And that was his incentive to keep his other grades up just barely high enough to get through school.
Sounds just like me. I was this far from dropping out of high school, and
Oh my
I was
gosh.
very addicted at that time. And
Wow.
but I give a shout out to 3 people in my life. One was Paul Mueller, who was the music teacher at Hoover High School in 1970.
Yes,
Wow.
Paul.
Paul Mueller, to Joyce Anabo, who is a local act and theater person who was one of my teachers and also a great mentor for me, and to Jan Young, who was part of the drama department of Hoover, who has since transitioned on to her next life. And those three got together and said, wait a minute, you're not going to graduate and so through them, I made it through high school.
Wow.
Otherwise, I would have never made it.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Well, that reminds me of that old saying, when you're ready, the teachers will appear.
The teachers will appear.
It's
Yes.
kind of incredible. I mean,
Yes.
you've been through addiction, and you founded a church and lost it. That takes internal strength to handle that.
I am a strong person.
Well, I'm really glad you are.
And
because
mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
I want to know if you will come on the show again and do some singing for us.
I'd be happy to.
That would be awesome.
Yes,
That would be
yes,
great.
yes.
More
We're
than
wrapping
happy
up
And
now.
name me 3 of your biggest passions.
Music, God, same thing, and theater.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks so much. We love you, and
love you.
we hope to see more of
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Yay! Bye, sweetie. Bye.
Hi, this is Charles Scott, Future Prospects Sports. Thanks for watching the Central Valley Buzz. Drop by Future Prospects and see our baseball and softball training facility.
Future Prospects Baseball invites you to visit their state-of-the-art facility. Our coaches have years of professional experience that can help you improve your baseball or softball skills in private or group lessons. Drop by for the day or become a monthly or yearly member or join one of our age-appropriate travel teams. Bring your future prospects by weekdays from 3 to 9 p.m. or noon to 5 on weekends. Future Prospects Baseball, 5125 North Gates, just north of Shaw Avenue, or call 274-9930. Find us on the web at futureprospectscentral.com. For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DeCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DeCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs. DeCicco's Clovis Lounge.
Can't find a copier or printer that fits your need? Are the costs for printing just too high? A+ Business Systems focuses on what you need. A+ Business Systems will reduce downtime with automated alerts via email, notifying us when your printer is low on supplies, all for low, affordable monthly costs. Have you ever had a desk looking like this? A+ Business Systems will set up Pape's Office electronic document management software, where you store every important document. With A+, there's no worry about digging through archived documents. Our electronic filing system provides the speed and efficiency to search and retrieve documents to meet the demands of modern-day businesses. Learn more about A+ Business Systems, software, services, and more at apluscopiers.net or call us at 559-442-3564.
Black MP makes up for nutrients lost to filtering, pasteurization, and processing, and it provides the probiotics and humic and fulvic minerals that can lead to optimized functioning of all the body's cells and systems, increased energy levels, and overall enhanced health and well-being. A scoop of Black MP in 16 ounces of water once or twice a day can help you achieve your health and performance goals. For more information, go to our website, blackmp.net, or call us at 559-799-9879.
You enter this door with expired tags. Beyond is another dimension, a dimension of regulations, a dimension of long waits. You have reached the registration zone. What looks like an ordinary shop is actually Mitchell's Smog, located in the heart of the Tower District, a few minutes from the DMV. Mitchell's Smog offers your vehicle a STAR-certified smog inspection. So remember Mitchell's Smog when you need to pass through the registration zone.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Yay. Hey, folks, we're back.
We're here to introduce Matt Tuttle.
Extraordinary saxophonist, and he's going to play a few numbers for us, and then we'll bring him back next segment to talk to us. How's that sound?
Sounds great to me.
Awesome.
Yeah,
What are you going to
alright.
play for us today?
Well, I'm going to start out with my grandmother's favorite song. It's Misty.
Okay.
Just a little bit of a
All you grannies out there,
jazzy.
listen up. Okay.
interpretation of it, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Oh,
Then we
good.
do In a Sentimental Mood a little later.
Great.
If you still like it and you want me to come back little
Oh,
bit
we
more.
do.
All
We
right.
already know. I already know his sound, you guys.
All right.
Metal.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good time for one more? Well, let's see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Come on
Oh,
over and talk.
okay, let's come over and talk.
Yeah, come on.
You want me to be on
Come
the
on.
In the middle.
Oh, the middle, okay, have
Yeah.
a sandwich here.
You can take off your axe there if you want.
Oh, keep it close.
Okay, got it. Hey, you have some chops, dude.
Oh, thanks.
That was awesome.
It's my,
Yeah.
it's my,
What?
well, my chops come from my mom, and my
Really?
eyes come from my dad, rest belongs to you, so.
Did she play the sax?
Oh, she bought the sax for me and bought me lessons and everything
Really?
like that. But no, she played flute actually. My mom played flute.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
But they always, I always wanted to play the
They're
sax
related,
because I used to go, hear at the Monterey Jazz Festival and everything like that. And grandfather was a big jazz fan here in town and did musical theater and everything like that. As well as working 60 hours a week. So I really always wanted. I heard the sax, as a young kid. Saw Kenny G and Dave Cause and really
Right.
was inspired by them to hear that just intuitive genius of
Right.
just free, intuitive improvisation of just
Right.
going, just hearing music in your mind and just going.
You were
making-
spoon-fed music.
Yeah, I spoon-fed music.
It was the
It's in my blood.
environment. It
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
environment that you grew up.
Yeah,
in.
it's just kind
And
of like
that's
how it
special.
is.
That isn't everybody's story.
You're
And
totally
it's
right.
special.
And I probably would have dropped out of school if I didn't have music, marching band. And
Another-
everything
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh.
Another testimony.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't
it's really
believe it.
important to have school and arts and the education and everything like that because, why else show up? Just, sometimes people feel like they're forced to go to school and it's like prison,
Yes.
something where they go. For me, it was always a wonderful thing to go to school and
For music
for
class.
music, and go for the rest of the stuff, and-
Are you trying to tell me you weren't passionate about your ABCs and math and history and all that crap?
I did that. I love to read, actually. I love
Yeah,
to be very
okay.
well read. I went to law school, actually, and
Oh
went to
my
Berkeley. I
gosh.
was top of my
Oh,
class,
yes.
dean's list at Berkeley history program. So I have a lot of different interests, not just music as well.
Really?
So,
And the ABCs, that's music too.
oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
you gotta
Up
stick
till G
around.
anyway,
You gotta go to school, then
Yeah.
learn everything else, but music keeps you coming back. It's like McDonald's, the fries
Yeah.
keep you coming back. Music keeps you coming back.
I know. It's not the hamburgers,
Yeah, it's not the hamburgers.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to get a whole line of people giving testimonies
would.
about the
Oh,
arts?
yeah, it really
It
Because in
would.
the STEM courses, we're very pushy in the school systems, the hard sciences, which I love because music is science too, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
emphasis is not music so much or not arts. They're not in the same playing field. However, there is some movement to include art, which includes music, into the core what do we call it?
Curriculum?
Core curriculum. Yes.
Yeah, exactly right. And just so many stories, and some of them I can't tell you on the air, but I used to work for Carnival Cruise Lines.
You can
for
tell
many
us. It's
years.
okay.
No.
We're
I'll tell you
okay.
one quick little
Nobody's
story.
watching now.
Especially want to hear the ones that you have self-censored.
Well, yeah. Well, the time at
Those are the
camp.
best ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I was down in Acapulco having some fun in Acapulco. There's a movie about that fun in Acapulco.
We go like this more.
The cliff divers and everything like that, and
Cliff divers?
Yeah, the cliff divers of Acapulco.
Were you
They
cliff
really-
diving?
No,
No
I
way.
probably,
Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't have lasted
No,
long.
you're
Uh-huh.
playing music.
My
No.
size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was on the boat. I was a jazz musician on Carnival Cruise Line, not the one that broke down and said.
Oh, thank God for that.
At that time, it didn't break down, but it later. on it
Oh,
did.
later it did. Oh
Anyways,
no.
I was
You
so
had good
entranced.
timing.
I was so
Yeah.
entranced by the cliff divers and so enamored with them. I missed the taxis back, and I just got the last. I almost got to go be flown into the next port because they were waving the bells and the whistles, trying to get everybody back on. And
You really
I got some
did like
trouble.
it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
if you're ever
Yes.
down in Mexico, make sure you don't take the first price when you're walking past the taxi. Always, because the price goes lower as you keep walking down.
Really?
Down the street. Oh, I'm not interested in $20. Not interested in $50. So it kind of works like that down there and stuff like that.
That
That's
is
the
a
only thing I
clue.
can tell you.
I never knew that. I
Yeah,
think that's a
it's-
good tip. Good
Well, it's
travel
not
tip.
like Walmart where you just have fixed price and everything. It's kind of
Yeah.
bartering and everything like that.
Very
So
different.
yeah, I don't know. I just love to be on stage and love to perform. and
Cool. That's
Off
awesome.
stage, I'm kind of not the same, but
Well, when I first saw you, I was, listening to your music and I was all grooving on it and everything, but you seem very shy.
I'm like Clark Kent off stage. A lot of, I think Robin Williams, a lot of other entertainers that I've run across over the years, they're not on all the time. I mean, they're kind of when they're on stage, it's like the masks that we wear. It's a different
Right.
mask that they put on, and maybe that's a mask they want to be or strive to be. But I don't see any comics like always on stage like that. I see them they have that persona on stage and stuff.
Well, Ramona and I are both crazy about the arts. We love music, photography, painting, anything art related.
Oh, sure.
That's because we're basically kind of dysfunctional people, so we have to have something to look forward
Yeah,
to.
sure.
We don't fit in very well.
Speak for yourself, sister.
So we
Improv.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm spilling it all. But so, do you have any other passions other than music? I mean,
Oh
and
yeah,
cliff diving?
that's a really good thing. Some I
Yeah.
could say count. I grew up at collecting toy trains. Actually, there was a little Tom's Trains down the street here. He passed away last year, but I used to come as a little kid, and the big trains, Lionel trains, not the little small
Yeah.
ones. But my dad got me into that, and we had my grandfather's collection from the '40s. And,
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have most
Those
of the
things are
stuff.
so awesome.
To pay the child support, student loans.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I'm really into that, and I'm like a big kid. I just like anything to do with toys and antique toys, antiques. I took an aptitude test one time when they said I should be either a jazz musician or an antique dealer. So
There it is.
Yeah, there it is,
I
right
think
there.
you qualify.
Precious.
Yeah.
so yeah, it's just funny. Yeah.
Now, so when you say you're a big kid, I mean, exactly what does that mean? Do you like sit on the floor and play with these trains?
Well,
or-
I think like Walt Disney always said, to be a true artist or entertainer, you have to never grow up because you have to have that childlike spirit. Going back to Jesus talking about entering the kingdom of heaven. I don't get too blunt on you, but
Yeah, right.
you have to be kind of a child because when you're adult, you kind of lose that creative edge. You're very serious and adult-minded. Kind of you don't want to have that. And like Disney, for example, took huge risks. He risked
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
First, his motion pictures, Snow White, Disneyland, he put it all on the table, but he knew that down the line he had that creative vision that something would develop out of that.
Yeah, he had a lot of guts.
Big kids, Peter Pan's I was at the Michael Jackson trial and he looked like a big kid himself.
You went to that
Yeah,
trial?
I went to the trial down there.
What would
back
make
in
you
05.
go?
I don't know. I was a big Michael Jackson fan as a kid. And He was like a big kid, that's a bad example, but
Well, he was.
It's okay.
There's most of the artists I've met over the years kind of have that childlike quality and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, they just they grow up, they kind of have that innocence to them and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. So now you were telling me about this place called the Starving Artist.
I am the Starving Artist, but the Starving Artist Bistro it's up near Frankfort, Washington.
Okay, and
Around
what's
Louisiana.
the story on that place?
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's got open mic and people, even people from the touring shows at the Same Art Center, or, big time acts will come through and they'll come for the food but stay for the music, kind of.
And it's a
thing.
bistro kind of place?
Yeah, it's a really cool place. I really enjoy it, and people always across town they see me and they're like, "Oh, that's him. That's the sax
That's
man.
the jazz guy
That's the
right
jazz
there, you
guy."
know.
Where is this place? Exactly?
Frankfort, Washington,
Oh,
up near
okay.
Woodward Park. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, does it open, is it open all day or does it just open for dinner?
It's open, I think, all day. Not
Yeah,
open on
oh.
Mondays, but yeah, it's
Right.
all day. And usually Thursday nights are a great time to go. So
Is that when you're
I think
going?
we're gonna.
Oh,
we're-
yeah, he's giving me
We're
the sign.
winding up.
Sorry, guys.
Well, we
Talking too
sure appreciate that you came.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
A
you're
sample
awesome.
of your beautiful music.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope you come again sometime. I really do.
Oh, it would
Tell
be a
us more
pleasure.
inner stories about that bistro.
More
what's
cruise
going on.
line
Yeah.
memoirs and experiences.
I
Talk
like
about
hearing
this in the
more
boat.
testimonials
Testimony.
about
yeah.
music and how that's contributed,
Yeah, awesome.
how that's shaped you, how it's contributed to the quality of your
sure.
life,
Yeah.
and doing life with joy.
Doing
That's
life.
right. That's what it's
We're
all
all doing
about,
life.
dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you.
again.
I would give you a hug, but I don't want to kill your instrument.
That's all right.
All right, dear.
Thanks.
This segment brought to you by Lomac Winery. For wine tasting in Fresno's own wine country, go to Lomac Winery.
For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DeCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DeCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs. DeCicco's Clovis Lounge.
Black MP makes up for nutrients lost to filtering, pasteurization, and processing, and it provides the probiotics and humic and fulvic minerals that can lead to optimized functioning of all the body's cells and systems, increased energy levels, and overall enhanced health and well-being. A scoop of Black MP in 16 ounces of water once or twice a day can help you achieve your health and performance goals. For more information, go to our website, blackmp.net, or call us at 559-799-9879. Future Prospects Baseball invites you to visit their state-of-the-art facility. Our coaches have years of professional experience that can help you improve your baseball or softball skills in private or group lessons. Drop by for the day or become a monthly or yearly member, or join one of our age-appropriate travel teams. Bring your future prospects by weekdays from 9 p.m. or noon to 5 on weekends. Future Prospects Baseball, 5125 North Gates, just north of Shaw Avenue, or call 274-9930. Find us on the web at futureprospectscentral.com.
Are you currently shopping for solar? Give Solar Negotiators a call. You see, what they do is they fill downtime at a reduced rate to make sure that you always get the best deal. Don't find out later that you could have bought your solar for thousands of dollars less. Call Solar Negotiators.
If you're looking to go solar with confidence and have someone represent this transaction, give Solar Negotiators a call at 844-OWN-SOLAR or visit solarnegotiators.com.
When someone you love needs more assistance in daily life than you can offer, think Magnolia Park Assisted Living in Visalia. Serving the Valley for more than a decade, Magnolia Park is a life-affirming community, offering healthcare on a personalized level, a proactive lifestyle suited to individual ability along with spiritual enrichment. Residents and their families are cared for with respect and knowledge of aging, infirmity, or memory loss. Our professional staff believes every resident has the right to love, laughter, compassion, and most of all, dignity. Schedule your tour today at magnoliaparkassistedliving.net.
Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents of Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hey, pretty mama with the red dress on, stiletto heels and a pink cell phone. Hey, pretty mama, if your time is free, have a cappuccino with me. Hey, pretty mama with the big blue eyes, you stare too long, you get hypnotized. Hey, pretty mama, if you can see, have a cappuccino with me. Walking on the boardwalk, holding hands with you, or lying on the beach on the
CentralValleyTalk.com. Welcome back to the Ramona and Andrea show. Our guest today
is Debby Martsolf. Yay! She's my choir director. Yeah, I had to pay her money to come. No, she volunteers. She's very sweet, very kind. And we have such a great time in choir.
It's fun.
That's really why I go there. I think I just like the music so much. I'm very artsy.
Yes.
Tell us about your choir.
Well, the choir was formed by Melvin Ricks before I even got there, and they formed a choir, and they didn't have a choir director. So when I got there, it was like a pre-formed choir.
The name of your choir, and where are you based?
The name of the choir at this point is the I'm kind of playing around with different names, but right now it's just the Unity of Fresno Choir.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't really have a
it's fun.
We need to work on a name.
That's a good idea. We never thought of it, really.
Yeah, we need to get a name.
Thank you for asking that, Ramona, because it never even crossed our mind to have a name for it.
Yeah, maybe United in Song or something like
that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thumbprint or your brand, creating a name.
Good point. Yeah. So when we take our act on the road, then we'll have a name.
Right, but you know how hard it is to sit around and come up with a name,
I know. I think we're going to have to ask people to just volunteer, like maybe write down everything they can think of, put it in a jar, and we'll just start drawing names and figuring
and brainstorm.
Which one's
you
the
can
best.
ask the audience.
We can meditate on it.
If you guys want to, you can text me a name for our choir. It's Unity, that's the name of the church, and it's my number 559-675-8005. So please, it's time to do our little number. What's the name of this song that we're going to listen to?
It's actually called I'm So Glad I'm Free.
Oh, you wrote it.
I wrote
Okay,
it.
so when we come back, I really want to hear what inspired you. You guys, just remember, this is not a professional group.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Well, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I have my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I have my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I have my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free. Every day I feel my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I feel my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I feel my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I love my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I love freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. Every day I love my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free, I'm glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free. One more time, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I'm free, I'm so glad I got my freedom, I'm so glad I'm free.
Now, you wrote the song.
The only thing we were missing was Matt. He wasn't there that Sunday.
bad,
but
huh?
he should be there this Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. That'd be awesome. And,
Yeah.
So I guess I should say you can find this church if you just Google Google Unity of Fresno.
Unity of Fresno.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you know, I was just like wondering because there's a lot of people that like music and they don't bother studying. They never learn how to play anything, and they sure don't write their own songs even if they do learn to play. But what inspired you? This is the second song about freedom that you've written that I know of.
Right.
So what inspired you to write this?
This one was totally inspired by Natalie Cole. I was watching the Super Bowl, and she was singing the Star Spangled Banner, and then right in the middle of the song, she belted out, "I'm so glad free," and it was just gave you chills, and so I was impressed with it, and I thought about it, and I was just singing that, and then this song kind of developed straight out of that idea.
Cool.
So.
And that's an awesome story because I love inspired music. You know, it's a simple but it's an upbeat song and it makes you want to rock out really. So
it's fun to sing.
Yeah, and it's What?
I would like to hear your music story and what led you to this point of directing a choir.
Well, I guess it starts with a young child being forced to take piano lessons. And although
that doesn't sound very good.
No, it didn't, because I really did want to learn the piano, but I didn't really want to practice half an hour a day. So I would remember watching the clock, and it was half an hour, and when the half an hour was up, I got to quit. But thank goodness I did that.
Yeah, well, kids don't like to brush their teeth either.
Yeah, that's right. Well, adults don't like to brush their teeth.
Yeah, right.
And then the guitar, I was always in choirs because I always wanted to sing. And then one time, I think it was in the 6th grade, I had a friend, a fellow choir member said to me, you could play guitar. It's really easy. You just learn a couple of chords and you can play a whole bunch of songs.
Yeah, with 2 chords.
With 2
Imagine
chords.
that.
And so she came over to my house and she showed me C and G. And next thing I know, I'm making up songs with 2 chords. You know.
Oh, so that's how it works. So it's
Yeah.
cheating. You only have to know 2 chords. And
Well,
that's it.
and then of course you got to learn your F and your D,
Yeah,
and then you learn
okay,
A, and then
To make the
So
two
it's
chords
getting
sound
harder.
better.
Yeah, you kind
Yeah.
of expand, and then you start thinking, oh, I can play other people's songs, and I can, you know, with a few more chords, and get some songbooks.
And where did you get your voice training? I'm going to embarrass you. And
Probably from being in choir for all my life, you know, as a child. I was always in choir. And then I did have a teacher when I was in high school for a little while.
Was it a teacher? I mean,
yeah, he was an opera teacher. He was.
that sounds familiar.
He was an
yeah.
elderly man, but he had been, you know, a man, opera singer. I don't even remember his name. I'm sure he has gone on into the next world now. But he was he and his wife were used to be opera singers in Europe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe his first name was Fritz.
But you know, I've never heard you sing any
Sounds
opera.
German, perhaps?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I think he was.
Fritz. I like that.
Yeah.
But so you never got into opera?
It's not really my style. I went to an opera once, and I couldn't understand anything they said, but
Oh yeah. You don't know what they're singing about, but
Yeah.
it sounds pretty sad, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it anyways.
It's just not my style.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you seem more lighthearted. Now, are you teaching yoga and meditation? I heard that you were teaching.
I am teaching yoga and meditation I offer yoga and meditation and facilitate that over at Unity, which is the main reason one of the reasons I went over there to Unity was because they have a wonderful facility. And I offer that on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 and Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. And on Wednesday nights, we have Celia Borre, who plays the bowls, the crystal bowls with all the chakras, because we go through the chakras, and then we have a lot of silence in the meditation, but we touch on each chakra, and then we meditate and in silence as she plays the bowls on Wednesdays. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's just silence during the chakras. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But you were saying to me before that you actually weren't going there with the intention of running a choir. Going there because you needed a space to do the yoga.
Well,
is that right?
No, I've been a music director, and of course I wanted to still be a music director. But the extra added thing was they had a choir.
Already there.
Yeah, already there.
With no director.
With no director. Yeah, I mean they had Melvin organized the choir and put it together. But there was really nobody to play the piano. There was nobody to, let's tell them, let's do this, and to direct the choir. So.
Right. Wow. That's
It was like it was just the perfect place, at the right place at the right time.
Well, girlfriend, I think you sing like an angel.
Oh,
I really do.
Thank
I hope we talked about changing the microphones a little bit to get a better sound, but you are awesome. And if anybody ever went there and heard you sing in person, they would be amazed. You really are beautiful. And you're a good soul.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
I have a question.
Okay.
What would you say to someone who's interested in joining a choir, but perhaps they feel a little insecure about using their voice, but let's say they love music? I'm one of those people. But what would you say? What would you say to them?
Well, I think that the Unity Choir is a perfect place to come in and step in and feel comfortable. I also give people, I do teach voice lessons, and there are some people in the choir that have expressed some concerns about singing, so I can certainly give some tips on how to, how to sing.
All right.
How to feel better about singing.
Let's say, what are the typical things that you recognize in people that get in the way of them expressing who they are through music, or just feeling comfortable being who they are singing?
Well, I guess the most. Are you asking what keeps people from doing it? It's
well,
mostly
that's one question. Fear.
Fear.
Okay.
And I think if it's not fun, a lot of it has to be fun.
Boy, that's a key.
Yeah, it's got to be fun. So you have to make it fun.
Yeah.
And get over the fear. I mean, if you just kind of look at it like we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do this, and we're not gonna. There's no really fear involved, but there is that fear of getting up in front of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the
Okay.
one thing.
Well, no, that wouldn't be my fear. Mine is, well, for inexperience. However, I can hear if someone's an alto and they're on key, I can replicate that when I hear it, or I'm given an example.
Right.
I can hear it and replicate that. But to initiate and trust that I'm going to be on key, I don't think so.
And that's the beauty of a choir, because people blend in together and they help each other.
Right.
Because a lot of people can sing in a choir that not necessarily can sing a lead song and be on key the whole way, but once they tune into each other. So the strong singers can help the other singers, and they all kind of tune in, and you get on key that way.
I
So a
get
choir
that.
helps.
I get that, and I think it's an important point because not everybody understands how that works to their benefit.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
Well,
Right,
we have so we only have a few seconds to go, but I just want to say I can see what you're saying, because one time I couldn't remember what our part was, but somebody else was saying it. I mean,
and you're
I
like,
hate
thank
to,
God they got it.
you know, I really hate to be honest about that, but really, it's not. And besides, I think it's easier to get up with a group of people around you.
Yes.
It's like, you know, being shy or afraid or something, that's valid. You don't want to get up and goof up, seriously, which I have done.
You don't?
No, I have done it. I'm telling you, I have died, seriously, and it was ugly. And if you don't have you know, like I goofed up last Sunday on something, but at least somebody else remembered what they're supposed to do. So, you know what?
But it's
yeah,
all fun.
folks,
It's low-key.
it's and the thing is, nobody there is like throwing tomatoes. I mean, they're not really trying to judge you at all.
That's true.
Very, very happy. It's a happy environment. That's what
That's
I
true.
really enjoy.
You died?
I died. I mean, I can't. One of these days, I will probably tell you the story. I can't do it today. It was too ugly. It was so humiliating, but oh well. You know, stuff happens. You gotta just have a vodka tonic and get over it.
Yes.
You know?
I get this. I get
It
it.
was-
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool. I think we gotta
Thank
go to
you.
commercial, guys. But thank you so much for being here, and I
You
really
bet.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
You're the
you.
best. Any sense?
You're the best.
This segment brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company, where fresh milled 100% whole grain flour and baking from scratch is our way of life. Great Harvest Bread Company, Champlain and Parent.
For all of your real estate needs, call Mike Briggs Properties, 559-486-6758, or check us out at MikeBriggsProperties.com.
For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DeCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DeCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs. DeCicco's Clovis Lounge. Future Prospects Baseball invites you to visit their state-of-the-art facility. Our coaches have years of professional experience that can help you improve your baseball or softball skills in private or group lessons. Drop by for the day or become a monthly or yearly member, or join one of our age-appropriate travel teams. Bring your future prospects by weekdays from 3 to 9 p.m. or noon to 5 on weekends. Future Prospects Baseball, 5025 North Gates, just north of Shaw Avenue, or call 274-9930. Find us on the web at futureprospectscentral.com.
Are you currently shopping for solar? Give solar negotiators a call. You see, what they do is they fill downtime at a reduced rate to make sure that you always get the best deal. Don't find out later that you could have bought your solar for thousands of dollars less. Call Solar Negotiators.
If you're looking to go solar with confidence and have someone represent you in this transaction, give Solar Negotiators a call at 844-OWN-SOLAR or visit solarnegotiators.com.
When someone you love needs more assistance in daily life than you can offer, think Magnolia Park Assisted Living in Visalia. Serving the Valley for more than a decade, Magnolia Park is a life-affirming community, offering healthcare on a personalized level, a proactive lifestyle suited to individuality along with spiritual enrichment. Residents and their families are cared for with respect and knowledge of aging, infirmity, or memory loss. Our professional staff believes every resident has the right to love, laughter, compassion, and most of all, dignity. Schedule your tour today at MagnoliaParkAssistedLiving.net.
You have sleep questions? Mattress Land Sleep Fit has real answers. I feel like people need a map to find their way around some mattress stores.
No, what people actually need is BedFit. It's a diagnostic system that maps your body for you. It measures your height, your weight, your distribution of weight. It actually measures your lumbar curve and how flexible that is, along with a little bit of pain questions, and we're going to find the right fit for you.
The right fit for me?
The right fit for you.
Shouldn't have bought that GPS.
Yeah, it was probably a bad move on your part.
Mattress Land Sleep Fit. The right bed, the right experience, the right price.
Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents of Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hey, pretty mama with the red dress on, stiletto heels and a pink cell phone. Hey, pretty mama, if your time is free, have a cappuccino with me. Hey, pretty mama with the big blue eyes, you stare too long, you get hit.
Thank you. We have to thank Oakland Bloodworth. He donated this to our show. We love you, Oakland. You are such a sweetheart, and you are one amazing musician. So thank you so much for that. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Local musician, fun-loving.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
So the next part is I'm going to play a video that I made at home, and I think it'll come across. Basically, I've learned a lot lately about just getting yourself together. I've had kind of a rough experience in life from time to time, like we all do. And so I made this video to kind of clarify the process of how to clear your life. You might have people in your life you don't like. You might be in a job you don't like. You know, most people are pretty happy, but there's one or two things in life that just kind of suck up all your energy, you know? So this is just about how to get your life back on track.
Are you saying that sometimes life sucks?
Sucks? No, I would never say that.
Never.
No, you're right.
Relieved. I'm so relieved.
Okay,
I
let's go.
I feel much better now.
Okay, did you get that off your chest? Okay, I'm so pleased for you. Let's go ahead and roll the tape. I hope you guys like it. This is a lesson about vibration. When you're born, you're a clean slate. This bowl of water here is an example of just how clear you are, how happy you are to be alive. Everything is exciting, even a snail, when you're little. But as time goes on, you get a little bit of contamination. You know, negative people, negative circumstances, and so on. And over time, you can get pretty clouded up. How can you get rid of it? It's kind of a pain because it becomes part of the landscape. And it's hard to see exactly why you feel down all the time. You can try to scrape it away bit by bit, and you can get a few little pieces out. But it just starts mixing it up and becomes even harder to get rid of over time. And really the only way to get rid of people and conditions in your life that you don't want is to raise your own vibration because it makes you immune. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Just add a little information. That's all you need. Your life will clear up beautifully, and I hope that we can help you get there.
Short and sweet.
That's my little homemade video there. I don't know if you could hear it, but hopefully you could.
So instead of saying, do not try this at home, you're saying,
try it.
Do try it at home.
Yeah, do try it at home. And basically what it is just a bowl of water with some pepper in it. And if you add 1 drop of dish soap, it'll just clear up everything immediately. And that's kind of how life is. I was a seeker for a long time trying to figure out how to have a good life, and I would do everything right and it would turn out wrong, and I never understood why until I understood it was all coming from within. It was things that had happened to me, things that I was holding inside, things that bothered me, secrets I was keeping. You know, I really worked at being a good person, but for some reason everything happened to me. I don't know why. It's like that song. There's this ancient song in the old days when we were little called Everything Happens to Me, and that's kind of what it was. You know, everything happens to me. And then I found out that when you're happy, and not just faking, not just acting happy, when you're happy, life gets better. It's not like, oh yeah, put up with this bad condition and be happy anyway, work harder at being or seeming like you're happy. It has nothing to do with how happy you're acting. It really has more to do with how happy you are. Like when I had this chance to do this show, that was kind of a crazy idea because we have no idea what we're doing. But it just seemed like a good idea. It seems like it would be fun. And I know now that if something appeals to you, it's meant for you to do it. It doesn't matter if you know how to do it. And I tell you for sure, we definitely don't. But don't you agree? I mean, what attracts you? If you lean toward the things that attract you in life, your life will just get better, so much better.
I never contradict. Just kidding.
Liar. Anyway, I think, well, when you started doing your art big time and your photography, I think life really made a huge difference for you. I mean, it wasn't about, I'm not going to take this photograph because I think I can sell it. You love what you do. You love taking photos. And that's why they're so amazing. And on the next show, we're going to show a lot more. But just, like the background that we have here, Ramona took that picture. And I don't know how to explain it, but if you have the right eye, everything you do is amazing.
Well, I do have to mention that we're not really in front of the river. It looks like it. This is just, isn't this the sweetest illusion?
Yeah.
Actually, from the studio, it just looks like a big green sheet behind us.
Because, it is. It is a green sheet. But technology.
I love that. And I loved earlier in the show, I hope you were tuning in when you heard Matt play the saxophone and with the river behind him. I thought it was so beautiful. But back to what you're saying, being happy, yes. But, humor comes from contrast. And yes, the goal, I totally encourage being happy. But it's the contrast that makes for good jokes. Or the unexpected, and also the timing.
Right. A joke always about something that's gone wrong. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Like slipping on a banana peel, everybody laughs.
Yes,
Getting a pie in the face, everybody laughs.
Yes.
Even very sophisticated jokes.
Saying something unexpected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been said, and you should have kept your mouth shut. That makes a good joke,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been reading a comedian lately.
Okay.
Pat McManus. I was first introduced to him when I was in my 20s, but I must not have had a sense of humor because I didn't really get his humor. And now I just picked it up again the other day, and it was like, this guy's really funny. Sometimes over the top. I think sometimes he kind of misses it, or I miss it. That's probably
one or the other.
One of us has missed something. But when he says something or tells a story and it lands on my tickle pone, I hate cliches, but I used it. It's very, very funny. In fact, I wanted to use it today with our guest, the name of one of his books, the
Which
one
is?
I'm reading. How did you get this way?
Yeah. How did you? That's a good question.
Now, if I had the microphone in my hand, which I won't because it's stationed here, I would hold it in front of you and say, now, Andrea, how did you get this way?
And if I was Reverend Lily, I would say, with a lot of practice.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we appreciate the one person that's out there listening to the show. We do.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
We have a lot of fun doing it and planning it. Oh, next week is your last week because you're going to Hawaii.
I am.
For a month,
yes,
right? Oh
yes,
my gosh.
Yes.
So next week we're definitely going to have a Hawaiian theme. We're going to wear, I'm not going to wear a grass skirt unless it's over like a jumpsuit, okay? But we're going to wear leis and, maybe have a Hawaiian drink or two and have some fun. So I hope you guys tune in. We have two amazing, courageous people coming on the air next week. We got a lot of surprises in store for you, and we know you're going to love it for sure. Right?
Yes. Thank you for watching. We love you.
Hi, this is Charles Scott, owner of Future Prospects Sports. Thanks for watching the Central Valley Buzz. Drop by Future Prospects and see our baseball and softball training facility.
Future Prospects Baseball invites you to visit their state-of-the-art facility. Our coaches have years of professional experience that can help you improve your baseball or softball skills in private or group lessons. Drop by for the day, become a monthly or yearly member, or join one of our age-appropriate travel teams. Bring your future prospects by weekdays from 3 to 9 p.m. or noon to 5 on weekends. Future Prospects Baseball, 5125 North Gates, just north of Shaw Avenue, or call 274-9930. Find us on the web at futureprospectscentral.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com